Tonight on the IUP NewsCenter, the Franklin Regional High School baseball team finally gets a glimmer of hope after playing in Pittsburgh's PNC Park on Saturday.
Also, the IUP student government makes a plan to maintain a good relationship with the Indiana community.
Plus, your weekly weather updates. We'll have all of this and more as the IUP NewsCenter starts right now.
Welcome to the IUP News Center. I'm Logan Reiser.
And I'm Brittany Person. Before Saturday, the Franklin Regional High School had been filled with anxious messages about injured friends, tears, and prayer vigils. But before Saturday morning was over, the Franklin Panthers baseball team would defeat the Seneca Valley Raiders 3-1 in 7 innings at PNC Park. Franklin officials closed the high school after the bloody rampage by a high school sophomore Wednesday morning that left 20 students injured. The baseball team was then offered to play their game at PNC Park, a once-in-a-lifetime experience for many of the players. 5 injured people still remain in the hospital after the stabbing at Franklin Regional High School. Jared Boger, 17, is one of the 5 still in ICU because of a chest wound which nearly missed his heart. 3 other students also remain in critical condition, and one 14-year-old was reported to be in fair condition at Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Medical Director Dr. Louis Alcaran says that Jared's condition is very good, but there is still many hurdles before he comes off of the ventilator, comes out of ICU and leaves the hospital.
One man is dead after a tragic fire that broke out late Friday and early Saturday in Foundryville, Pennsylvania. Officials say that the fire started at a mobile home around 10:30 p.m. Friday. The fire killed resident Michael Rupp, 57, who was sleeping at the time. The fire was discovered by Rupp's wife, who was returning home to wake her husband for his third shift job. When she saw the flames, the fire still remains under investigation. A longtime clerk of courts for Schuylkill counties has resigned amid an ongoing corruption probe. Stephen M. Lukic Jr. used public money to make car payments and buy items for his own personal use. District Attorney Kristen Holman and Controller Christ Joy made the announcement at a press conference Friday that Lukic would be resigning on Thursday. The Republican Herald of Pottsville reported that Lukic has returned the stolen money, which totaled to be $1,100. Lukic was a clerk of courts for 27 years.
Daniel Shelmer, a 6-year-old Pennsylvania boy, was declared brain dead 2 Saturdays ago after his mother allegedly held him underwater in a bathtub, according to the Allegheny County Medical Examiner's Office. This happened just 4 days after his younger brother drowned. Daniel and his brother, Luke, were submerged underwater by their mother at their home in western PA. The mother, Laurel Michelle Shelmer, 40, is held at the Allegheny County Jail on criminal homicide and other charges. A Blairsville area man was ordered to serve 10 to 20 years in prison for his involvement in the death of his 22-month-old son. Juan Campbell, 25, pleaded guilty early last week to the third-degree murder charges surrounding the infant's death. Campbell admitted to covering the baby's mouth and nasal passages in hopes of quieting the child. Authorities originally planned to charge Campbell with reckless endangerment, but undergraded the charges after Campbell admitted to covering the child's mouth.
IUP authorities are investigating a theft of several pieces of furniture in its African American Cultural Center. A golden tan sofa, a cherry table, and an oak end table were taken from the center sometime between February 10th and March 21st. Anyone with any information is told to contact the IUP Police at 724-357-2141. The IUP Student Government Association has planned to maintain a good relationship with the residents of Indiana at a meeting of the Student Government Leadership Conference in Harrisburg. They decided to implement a plan where they will be urging residents of Indiana to voice their concerns face-to-face with students who are partying near their homes rather than calling the police right away. The plan originated at Clarion and has seen a great deal of success. If the plan works, there will be a great reduction in loud noise, fighting behavior, harassment, underage drinking, and drug abuse, which may negatively impact life on and off campus. Please stay with us.
Dress up your cup. March is National Nutrition Month, the perfect time to make a healthy change in your life. The next time you're thirsty, reach for a water instead of a sugary soda. This simple choice will cut 10 teaspoons of sugar and over 100 calories from your diet. Want to increase your water consumption? Keep a water bottle handy throughout the day. Try adding a small amount of 100% fruit juice to your water for a tasty, refreshing, low-calorie drink. You can also add fruit to your water for extra flavor without the added sugar.
Watch this. Something to eat.
I'm Jordan Trinidad, and I'm your weatherman this week. Let me tell you, this week's weather is the best week we've had yet, with temperatures above 50 all week, giving a nod to the upcoming summer. Today and tomorrow, the weather will be basically the same, with highs in the 60s and a few clouds in the way of the sunshine. On Saturday, the warm weather is interrupted by some spring showers, but don't fret, because come Sunday, highs spring back up to the 70s and carry on through the Mondays. So grab your tanning blankets, bust out your cornholes, and your picnic baskets, because this week it's going to be hot, hot, hot. That's all for this week's weather update. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Jordan, for the weather updates. So I'm excited for this upcoming weekend and all the sun after all the snow.
I know, the weather definitely looks promising for the weekend. Maybe I can catch a tan.
Yeah, definitely. Up next, IUP students raised over $850 at the Dash for Dallas event in memory of a student.
We'll also learn what's happening in entertainment when we return with Bree Spitzer, so don't touch that remote, IUP.
I think it's more convenient for college students to eat unhealthily because there's a lot of options in the dining halls and just like in the different restaurants in the area, that it's easier to pick the fast food, fried, greasy type things versus the healthy foods. And they also taste a lot better whenever they're deep fried in all the grease and they're unhealthy and all that stuff. I mean, you can always eat healthy anywhere you go, just it's the way that you look at everything. If your friend's eating something that's unhealthy, you don't have to feel like you have to eat what they're eating. Just go to what you like, what you're hungry for, versus not taking off of what they're eating. Just being your own person is a big thing, doing what you want to do, eating the healthy way that you want to do it, whether it's I don't know, staying away from the cakes that might be there, cookies or pies or whatever, and going towards like salad items or fruits and vegetables for dessert or different things like that.
Welcome back to IUP NewsCenter. On April 5th, runners covered in mud ran the second Dash for Dallas event. Runners all ran the 3.1-mile trail in remembrance of their friend. Many students, such as Ashley Kelly, states it was for a good cause. Dallas would be an IUP alum by now, But instead, the former sports administrator major's life was cut short when his car was in an accident in February 2013. Turek said he had about 50 runners this year, which is less than last year due to many of Dallas's friends graduating. The Dash achieved $250 in sponsorships, $600 from registration, and t-shirt sales, making a total of $850. After traveling to Brazil, 3 students decided to form a project aimed at community development. Gabrielle Bradshaw, Jerry Singleton, and Jenna Schmidt presented a project called Sustainable Development at Tuesday's Undergraduate Scholars Forum. The plan focuses on communities and the role sustainable development plays in combating poverty. It's a way for people to meet the needs of the present without comprising the needs of future generations, according to IISD.org. The students visited many non-governmental organizations and learned how communities support themselves off these organizations. The students also taught some of the people how to speak English while they were in Brazil.
If you're looking for a fun night out while supporting a great cause, be sure to check out IUP's benefit for the nonprofit organization Broadway Cares/Equity Fights AIDS, a program of the Actors Equity Association on May 5th at 7 p.m. in Waller Hall. IUP music and theater students will be performing a collaboration of songs from well-acclaimed Broadway shows such as Oklahoma to Rock of Ages. In addition, the Broadway Cares organization will be providing Broadway memorabilia to auction off at the event. Such items include coffee mugs, oven mitts, iPhone cases, signed posters, and even a 9 to 5 poster signed by Dolly Parton. Raffle tickets are $4 for $2 or $10 for $5. The event is now suitable for children under 13. Contact the IUP Department of Theater and Dance for more information at 724-357-2965. IUP ambassadors have recently been honored at district level by CASE for the 17th year. IUP's ambassadors are made up of 50 students that stimulate communication and interaction between prospective students, current students, and alumni. CASE is an international association that helps out educational institutions and groups taking part with alumni relations, communications, development, and marketing. Out of 52 other schools, IUP's ambassadors received 3 district awards from CASE: Outstanding Organization, Outstanding Internal Program, and the Tired and True Program Award for the Young Alumni Achievement Awards. The ambassadors will be considered now for national awards. The results of these awards will be shown in August.
And now to a field report with Sierra Holiday.
Hi, I'm Sierra, and I'm here at the Stapleton Library at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and it has recently undergone construction, extending library hours. We were lucky enough to talk to students about how they felt about the new hours. So how do you feel about the new library hours?
I love the new library hours. I definitely think it's a big impact for IUP as a university. I definitely think it's going to bring more students in to help study and raise their test score. But I love the new libraries. Just the fact that we have them is absolutely amazing.
That's cool. And do you think that you would utilize the new library hours?
I've actually utilized them twice already. Been here till about 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, it was a fun time studying and doing all that kind of stuff.
So there you have a student perspective on the new library hours. We were lucky enough to talk to the student workers in further detail as to how the new program is running.
So the program started last week. It's in the 2nd week now, and we're gradually improving on the numbers of people who are coming. Today we had 46 people here at 12:30 a.m.
We've been noticing that the computer lab has been the facility most used. A lot of the students come in to print, sometimes only to print. They'll run in, print, and then run out, or do papers. Also the computer labs over there, and then the media computers for those students.
According to the student workers, the new hours have been a success. So hopefully these new extended library hours will help students with their academics. So make sure you grab your favorite Java City drink because we'll be open all night.
Thanks for the field report, Sierra. Do you like ice cream? Of course you do. The homemade ice cream owned by Cindy and Damian Cordell are making their way around local communities. If you want to taste these frozen treats, check out their Twitter. They tweet when they are in the local Indiana area. They are posted ahead of time daily. The truck makes rounds at 4 p.m. on weekdays and 2 p.m. on weekends. As an added bonus, the followers on Twitter have a chance to be chosen weekly on Twitter to win the truck's Ziki ice cream sandwich. Just follow at @HM_ice cream. Take a picture of the truck in action, tweet it with their either hashtag spring into ice cream or hashtag homemade ice cream.
The Lady of Poise modeling troupe will hold their 5th annual Fashion Saturday, April 19th in the Hubs, Ohio room. The show will feature student designers, and it is sure to be a great time. Doors open at 3 p.m. and the show starts at 4. Admission begins at $7. After 3:30, the entry fee will be raised to $10, so make sure you get there early. April is National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Last night, the Haven Project peer educators hosted the annual Take Back the Night march. The event started at 8 p.m. in the Putt Delaney Courtyard, followed by a Speak Out in the Hub, Ohio room. Both men and women participated in the march throughout the campus and surrounding community. Participants carried anti-violence signs and chanted anti-violent and empowering messages. The march is worldwide and has a history supporting survivors while surrounding those survivors with those who can relate. The Speak Out after helped those affected by sexual assault affirm from victims into survivors.
WIUP-FM has been hosting Radio Week, which started Monday, April 14th and is ending this Friday, April 18th. Throughout the week, there has been live broadcasts on different parts of campus each day, along with games and prizes in which students could participate. President Driscoll even hosted a live broadcast on Wednesday, April 16th in the quad between the Putt and Delaney dorms, with other radio DJs. Be sure not to miss the last live radio broadcast happening this Friday. The Student Film Association has just finished filming for its upcoming movie, The Incident at Grover's Mill. The club is in its first year, so they're very excited to see the final production. The club is ran by Tony Bonelli, a senior here at IUP, who is also the director of the project. The film is set to be released before the school year is over. Students and faculty are excited to see what the talented and creative minds of the communication students at IUP produce.
We're going to take a short break, but stay tuned to learn what's happening in entertainment with Bree Spitzer.
Also, find out what's happening locally in sports with Alonzo Harris here on the IUP NewsCenter. Please stay with us.
Eating healthy is something we all strive for. My name is Michelle Miller, and I'm a dietetic intern at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Through education and awareness, I'm going to show you the importance of healthy snacking without sacrificing your favorite flavors. Next time you're after something crunchy like chips, try instead homemade apple chips. Apples are an excellent source of fiber and vitamins and minerals that we're all after. Just slice apples as thin as you can, sprinkle with cinnamon sugar, and bake in the oven at 200 degrees for 2 hours. After 2 hours, take your apple chips out of the oven and place them on the stove top to cool. This is what's going to cause them to harden and become crispy, crunchy, yummy snacks that you can enjoy as much as you like. For more ideas for healthy snacking, next time try apple chips instead of potato chips for more fiber and less fat. Instead of cookies, try homemade trail mix for a crunchy sweet snack with fiber and omega-3s. And then for fresh vegetables, try dipping in hummus or Greek yogurt dip. For more healthy snack ideas, visit www.eatright.org.
And welcome back to IUP NewsCenter. I'm Bree Spitzer, here to bring you your weekly dose of entertainment news. The Indiana Theater on Philadelphia Street appears to be the happening place here in Indiana for the upcoming months. According to General Manager Sean Howard, there are many performances planned for the months of April and May. On April 11th, IUP's own student-run radio station, WIUP-FM, hosted the Kick Drums concert, followed by Endless Mike and the Beagles Club the next day. April 26th will be reserved for the theater's punk and hardcore night, featuring bands such as Forbearance. Telesma will then be performing on May 9th. Another place always hosting new events on Philly Street is the Artist Hand. The Artist Hand provides a relaxed environment for those looking to sit down and study while providing some of the best tea in the area. They just recently began offering beginner art classes as well. In addition, they are always hosting new events, from WIUP-FM's Unplugged Acoustic Nights to local art exhibits. Their most recent exhibit was a celebration night for the Civil Rights Act of 1964, hosted by the University Museum. In other news, Kat Zisk and Alyssa Hankey, two local artists and students here at IUP, participated in a songwriting competition in Johnstown, Pennsylvania last week. Both artists have played multiple times at Open Mic Night in the Hub and have also promoted their music by performing on Indie Rockers Ball, IUP TV's music entertainment show. Well, that's all the entertainment news for this week. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Bree, for the entertainment update. There's a lot of events going on at the Indiana Theater. Looks pretty exciting.
Yeah, the Kickstrum concert was actually really good, so I'm so excited to see what's coming up next. Stay tuned to hear the latest news in sports with Alonzo Harris.
Please stay with us.
Well, I grew up, loved drawing, making movies and painting. Ever since I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a comedian.
Thought I had it all figured out.
I always did really great in school, got really good grades. I was involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
And,
I thought that I had it all figured out.
you know, I always thought I'd make something of myself. And then I decided to drink and drive.
Next thing I know, I was off-road going down a hill. And I'm dead.
I thought I had everything planned out. I thought I had it all planned out. I never thought that one decision would end my life.
And then I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
I thought I had it all figured out. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Hey guys, I'm Alonzo Harris here for this week's sports news, so let's jump right in. The Crimson Hawks baseball team has fallen to a 12-19 overall record this year and a 6-12 record in the PSAC West after losing both games in a doubleheader this weekend against Pitt Johnstown's Mountain Cats. The Hawks collected 17 hits but couldn't keep up with the Mountain Cats in the end. IUP softball player Jossa Mitchell was named the last week's PSAC West Softball Athlete of the Week. Mitchell is the home run leader in the PSAC Conference and just broke IUP's single-season record of home runs with her 10th homer this year. The Crimson Hawks softball team now rests in second place in the PSAC West. IUP golfer Jake Owen also set records last week at the Dr. Edwin B. Cottrell Invitational. Owen set a record par 7 and gave his Crimson Hawks a 14-stroke advantage after the first round at the Westchester University. Owen broke the 1/71 shot by former IUP golfer Leo Acklin in 2010. The Crimson Hawks hold a 14-stroke advantage over second-place California and a 16-stroke advantage over third-place Gannon. Well, that's what I have for you this week for sports. I'm Alonzo Harris. Back to you at the news desk.
And thanks, Alonzo, for the sports update. So how about that, Jossa Mitchell? 10 home runs in one season. It's still the beginning.
I know. Can't believe that the IUP boys baseball team isn't doing so well.
That concludes our episode of IUP NewsCenter. I'm Logan Reiser.
I'm Brittany Person. Have a good night.
When you're laughing in the studio,